What is up, guys? Zach Ginn here, and in today's video, I want to break down exactly how I went from broke to a millionaire. If you're watching this right now and you want to become a millionaire when it comes to wholesaling real estate with the power of wholesaling real estate, I'm going to show you exactly my journey, how I became a millionaire in 3 years by wholesaling real estate, and how you can do the same exact thing this year for wholesaling real estate. Guys, I'm jacked up. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to change the world and how people view wholesaling real estate and how much money you can make in wholesaling. I want to change it. I want to change the world. I want to change you guys' perspective on life when it comes to making money for wholesaling real estate. And I'm excited, guys. I'm jacked up, ready to go. I'm going to show you everything I knew, everything I started in my entire wholesaling real estate journey. I'm excited. I'm pumped up for this, guys. I'm ready to go. So before we get into it, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you smash that subscribe button. And we're going to break down everything you need to know. Check the audio there. So we're good, guys. So yes, I, in 3 years, became a millionaire through the power of wholesaling. And this was really through three main stages I saw in wholesaling. And this is what I'm going to really break down with you. The three main stages I did my first 3 years in this business, and really what it took me to grow my business to the right level. So guys, if you're jacked up, if you're ready to go to learn exactly how I went from broke to millionaire in wholesaling real estate, we're going to break it down today. We're going to share it. I'm going to show you everything I know, guys. I'm giving literally, guys, I've been invited every single week. I get invited to a new mastermind to go on a stage and really share my experience, my journey, how I'm successful, how those people can be successful. But I always say no to that because I am not a broke guru. I do not support the broke guru industry. And these dang broke gurus want me to go on a stage in front of 500 people and share everything. Guys, how about I go behind a live stream in front of 100,000 people and share exactly what it is absolutely for free? You don't have to pay money to get here, guys. This is going to change lives today. This is what I know. I know I'm going to change someone's life, and we're going to change it all, guys. Let's break it down. Let's get jacked up, guys. Nothing's going to stop me today from helping everyone out learn wholesaling real estate, guys. You got it jacked up. Join my level, match my energy, and it's wholesaling time, baby. Woo!
Get the fuck out of bed, bitch. Go. Get up, and get the guy go. Time to wake up, bitch. Get up. Get up. Get up.
Snap. What's up, guys? I love the support. I love everything from here, guys. So yes, we're ready to go. We're ready to share. It's wholesaling time, baby. You know, we is the only free real estate wholesaling education YouTube channel in the entire world. Absolutely crazy, guys. Came here in the pouring rain, some crazy weather coming down, but guys, nothing's going to stop me from teaching you guys how to get into wholesaling real estate. These gurus have tried. They can't stop me. Okay. I'm a true Florida man. Any definition of that. So nothing's going to stop me from helping the people out, guys. I love where I'm at. I make a ton of money where I'm at wholesaling in Florida, and I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying here till the roof comes off, teaching you guys wholesaling real estate. And that should be your mentality for everything. So I'm Zach Ginn. I've done over 1,000 real estate wholesaling deals. And what I really wanted to break down today is my story, my journey, exactly how I went from broke to millions in 3 years, from 17 years old to 20 years old. That's really what I share today. That is my goal for the day. And really what I want to show you is exactly how I got to that and exactly how you can do the same thing and what I do now and how you can be as successful as possible. That is what we're doing. That is the goal today, guys. I'm going to make you a millionaire if you follow my advice, and we're going to break it down, guys. I'm not a guru sellout. I'm going to break down everything, guys. You paid $5,000 to go in a little mastermind room. This is what I'm giving you. This is the same, literally the same exact information. So I'm excited. I'm ready to go. So without further ado, let's share this. Let's really break this down. So I want to start off with a quote. How did I actually become a millionaire in 3 years? And this is a quote from Warren Buffett I really like. This is a quote that really shaped my story on wholesaling, right? So Warren Buffett says this, sometimes it's not how fast you row your boat, it's how fast the stream is going, right? And I think a lot of people say quotes like that all the time. But why this quote resonates with me so much, I love Warren Buffett quotes, but the one thing I've noticed from this is some people say in a different way. It's like, it's not how hard you row, it's what type of boat you're in. And this is the same mentality he's saying there. And the reason why I was so successful, or why I was going so fast in my income trajectory, was because I was in the right boat. I was in the right stream, right? I was in wholesaling real estate. If I tried this to become a lawyer or a doctor, I would not be able to become a millionaire in 3 years. If I did Shopify, drop shipping, Forex, whatever you want, in 3 years, most likely I would not be able to become a millionaire. I just want to give everyone an FYI on that. I was in the right boat. I was in the right stream. And if you're watching this right now, you are in the right stream right now. You are in the right place. The truth is, you can work really hard, guys. I know people that work their butts off, okay? And they're barely scraping like $50,000 a year. And they work way harder and more than me. A lot of it's more manual labor, but like, it's not about how hard you're rowing the boat. I think a lot of people in real estate, a lot of people in wholesaling like to be like, I rode harder than everyone else. Well, I had a huge 300 horsepower engine in the back of my boat and I just whooped y'all. Okay. Like sometimes it's not about how hard you're rowing. It's just about being smarter. And I think a lot of people really confuse that. And why I was in the right boat was because I was broke. I had no money, but I was able to become a millionaire because wholesaling is pretty much the only side hustle, more or less, that you are able to go from no money to a ton of money in a very short period of time. Now, it's not guaranteed. It does require work, but you're able to do that because you can find somebody that wants to get rid of the property for cash, find a rich landlord or a house flipper and make a 15, 20, 25, even a $30,000 finder's fee and assignment fee. No other business, Shopify, drop shipping, Forex, crypto, whatever you think it is, it requires $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 to start out. Where wholesaling, it costs $0 and you can easily make $20,000, $25,000 in a month doing it. I made $20,000 my first month. I had a We Buy Ugly Houses sign, and that changed the game when I was 17 years old, where most other side hustles, they can't even go near that, right? Like you can't get $0 and actually get 20,000, right? So this is the point. This is what I want everyone to understand about my journey. Why becoming a millionaire in wholesaling when you have no money at all is amazing. Like why it's actually possible because of this. You can go from nothing to something by the power of just getting a finder's fee from rich landlords and house flippers, because they're willing to pay you right now. There's landlords and people looking to flip houses that will easily pay you 5, 10, 15, $50,000 to find them a good real estate deal. And this is shocking. I know I'm kind of saying this from a macro perspective, but these people will pay, guys. I have paid people 25, 30. I paid somebody $40,000 to get me a deal where I made $80,000 on, right? Like I'm more than happy to pay somebody $40,000 if they give me the right deal, a right creative deal, good rental property. I'm willing to do that, right? Because it's going to make me money. I pay someone and I still make money from it. These people are out there. There are hundreds of thousands of types of those people that are willing to buy rental properties and flips and give you a really nice assignment fee and a really nice finder's fee. And 100%, the best part about this is it's 100% legal. Most title companies have attorneys that are going to write you the check for this. This is 100% legal in most places, guys. There's not one state in the United States of America right now where if you follow all the laws, it's illegal to do wholesaling, right? There's one state, Illinois, where you need to get a license to do more than one deal. But outside of that, you're pretty much good to go. There's a lot of gray laws out there, but really you can do it basically anywhere. And that is the honest truth. That's why I love wholesaling real estate so much. That's why I'm so passionate to teach you guys this today. So let's kind of break this down. Let's really get into this and really share my story, right? So what is my story? I think a lot of people know my story. I'm having a lot of new people joining the channel lately, and a lot of people just on all the social media. So I think it's kind of cool to get a fresh slate for everyone who doesn't know who I am. So my name is Zach Ginn. I live in Stuart, Florida. And basically I'm like 3 minutes from Port St. Lucie. So that whole area, right? And really what I personally do is I wholesale houses. Call myself a real estate investor. I do all these things, but mainly what I do is I teach people how to make a bunch of money and I make a bunch of money. That's what I do. So let's break down my story. Okay. Let's just so you guys understand it. Okay. I started out broke at 17 years old. That is how I started my journey, right? From age 14, pretty much to 17, I was making $8 an hour, and then they gave me a 25-cent raise, I think, when I was 17. So I was making $8.25 an hour. And the only reason I was making $8.25 an hour, not $8 an hour, is because the federal minimum wage the state federal wage, minimum wage went from $8 to $8.25. So they had to pay me more, and they did not like that. So I was making $8.25 an hour as a broke bag boy. Okay. I was actually not allowed to do the stocking the shelves or any of that stuff because I didn't really like talking to people too much on the bagging, because a lot of these customer service is never fun. But they never let me do it. They didn't think I was good enough. And yeah, I never got any satisfaction from that job. So scrubbing toilets and bagging groceries, that's basically what I did. I was working about 39 hours a week. They never did me 40 because then they'd have to give me full-time benefits. Gotta love being a bag boy. Okay. That's how I started out in this business. Absolutely sad, but it was the truth. So just so everyone knows my background, my dad actually has been wholesaling since 2004. And that's pretty much all he's been doing since 2004 up to when I was 17 years old. And I always heard about it, but like never had any interest in real estate. That was confusing. Didn't think it was cool, right? And then one day I saw a $20,000 assignment check on his desk, and I was like, dang, that's more than I'll even make this year. That's crazy. So I kind of like told him, like, hey, how can I start wholesaling? Like, I'm going to start making some money in real estate. I didn't even know what wholesaling was. Like, how can I make money in real estate? And he said, oh, if you want to get a deal, go get one. Like, figure it out. And that was a hard lesson to learn, but like, he was doing his own thing, and I didn't really, wasn't too passionate about it until I decided just to read all of his books and start learning wholesaling, right? So that's really how I learned what wholesaling real estate was. That's how I learned what real estate investing was in general. I started looking up online, and this is kind of the beginning of a hero story or the beginning of a villain story, whatever way you really want to look at it. Because for the gurus, this is the villain story. For the people watching me and getting free wholesaling information, this is the hero story. Whatever arc you want to put this as, you can. But I went online, I went on YouTube, and I searched like how to start wholesaling. And how it always worked is it explained what wholesaling was. And then before they're going to tell me how to actually do it, they said, if you want to learn how to actually talk to a seller, buy my course. And they didn't give it to you. If you want to learn how to find motivated sellers, buy my course. If you want to find how to do a cash buyer, buy my course. And I was jam locked every single time online trying to learn wholesaling, because like the internet was the greatest thing in the world, right? When I was starting out. And the sad part about it was there was no information. There's no guy or gal out here giving complete start to finish wholesaling real estate information. So it kind of sucked, but I had to learn the hard way. You know, I scraped together the videos that I could find, and I scraped like some old real estate books my dad had. And I kind of had to start at 17, right? Like I started wholesaling at 17. I didn't even know what I was doing because all this information on YouTube, I didn't learn a dang thing, right? Like there's all $10,000 courses back then. And of course, courses are $5,000, which is so cheap now. But like this is like, it made me really bitter against the real estate guru industry, because people are charging I didn't have 10 grand to learn, right? And this drove me insane. So what I did was basically I just put "We Buy Ugly Houses" signs out, and I eventually got a deal, but like I had like I failed, and I did everything the worst way possible. And then eventually, through all my errors, I learned exactly how to do it the right way from just doing it, right? And then like eventually my dad started helping me a little more after I was doing a deal or two. And then like, I just learned from him, and I was like, dang, you know, if I didn't have my dad here, I probably wouldn't be doing nearly as many deals starting out, right? I probably wouldn't be a millionaire in 3 years. And I'm always upfront with that. And the reason why I made this YouTube channel for everyone just questioning it is just like, I struggled so much starting out that like for the average person right now like this year, if they tried it and if I wasn't doing a YouTube channel, or me and Rick weren't doing it together, you guys wouldn't even learn wholesaling. Like it would all be like, here's this, this, and this, but you got to buy a course. And it's really sad that that was the state of things. And I started a YouTube channel in 2019 because I was sick of it. Like I was like, all right, now I'm a millionaire. You know what? Let me start helping people out, and let me just document what I'm doing, and let me actually try to be that person I wish the person I was seeking when I was 17 years old. And pretty much me and Rick been sharing real estate wholesaling information for free. We have the largest real estate wholesaling course in the world, which is absolutely for free. And if I had that course starting out, I would probably be triple my net worth right now. And that's very sad to say, but uh, that's the truth, right? So the reason was I made this YouTube channel because I want to be the only free real estate wholesaling person to give information. And there's no other person that doesn't sell a course on the internet right now. And it's very sad to say. And you can mention whatever guru you want in the comments. Every single one I've checked, all states, South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, California, Texas, they all have a stinking guru course. Okay. Looked it up. So what I can tell you is we're still actively right now the only people giving real estate wholesaling information out because I wanted to be that person I was when I was 17. I was looking for that YouTube channel to help me out. So that's it. And then I have a free wholesaling course, which is, I wish I had a free course, and it's at freewholesaling.com right there. And yeah, that's just why I have the course that's for free, and then the YouTube channel. So really, I just put "We Buy Ugly Houses" signs outside my high school wrestling tournaments, right? So I was working full time as a bag boy, pretty much. I was doing high school wrestling, and I was full time in high school, right? So that's like three things going against me, right? So I put those "We Buy Ugly Houses" signs, and eventually got my first deal, made $20K, and made about $100K before I graduated high school, 18 years old. And then from there, pretty much, I scaled my business with my dad. So eventually I made a bunch of money, and we decided to just partner up together. And pretty much we've scaled it up to a 7-figure real estate wholesaling and investment company that right now is one of the largest in my area, is the largest in my area, and pretty cool. And I'm trying to become one of the largest JV wholesalers in the country. And that's my story, right? Really, like, if you look at my story, though, I'm going to go in more detail about it. Let me kind of go in more details about the stages of me becoming a millionaire in wholesaling and how you can use these stages for yourself. This is going to be really important for you guys, and I really wanted to share it. So what are my stages right now when I started out in wholesaling, right? So this is my stage, okay? Stage one, I was about 17, 18 years old, and this was what I call my seasons of wholesaling, right? Every stage is a year, and I kind of learned and did different things every year in wholesaling, become a millionaire. But this is really what it was. Stage one, I call it my learn and earn year, where I really learned. I made my mistakes. I failed a bunch of times, but eventually from 17 to 18 years old, I made $100K. And that was my first year wholesaling, $100,000. And that was great. But like, that was pretty much what I got my first year. And there's people making $500K their first year, way more than that. But that's where I was at. I didn't have any free wholesaling information except for my dad, pretty much, and then any of the books he had. So like, I think I made out pretty well. Okay. I ain't gonna lie, but I really call that my learn and earn year, right? And what was stage two, right? Stage two is when things got a little more spicy. Okay. This is when things got a lot better. All right. I call it my growth year. Okay. This is probably where I grew the most in my wholesaling career. Like, in 1 year where I had the most growth, this was about 300K I made. And I tripled my income from doing just basically cold calling. And I learned how to do better at lists. I didn't get any, like, I didn't get a billion times better, but like, I got 3 times as better. And it worked really well. And I think a lot of people get really confused. But like, you really look at like rookies, right? So like, you look at Patrick Mahomes, like his rookie year, he was okay, but like his biggest growth was from his rookie year to the first year he started, right? Justin Herbert, like, you look at quarterbacks like that, right? Dan Marino to a point, but like, you look at Michael Jordan, his rookie year versus his rookie year, his first, like his second year to his third year, like that second year is really when you can shoot off really well, and that's really where I found the most growth. Because I made a bunch of mistakes, and it grew like crazy. So like, you look at a lot of people, that growth year was probably the most important one. And really, I hate to say it, but like, I hate like the words kind of, abused now, but like, it was my grind year also. That's when I stopped working a job and all I did was wholesaling. Like, it's like, I'm a man of my word, and my word is my reputation is my bond. And I can straight up and tell you this straight up to you, like anyone watching this, I pretty much ate, lived, and breathed wholesaling real estate for that entire year. Like, what I did that year was my lost year. I pretty much kind of think of it. All I did was wholesaling. I woke up, thought of wholesaling. I went to bed, thought of wholesaling. Kind of weird, but all my buddies and friends can tell you that's all I did my second year. And that's how I was able to triple my growth. All I literally thought about was wholesaling real estate. That's all I cared about. And kind of sad to say, but like it was true. And that was my biggest growth. And I didn't have to do that every single year, right? Like I don't even do that now because I've grown so much that like it just exponential growth. It's fine, right? But like that was my biggest year, I could say. And then stage 3 is a lot easier for me. I actually only made 500K stage 3, but because I had a lot of growing pains, and let me explain that. So stage 3 was called my scaling. That's really kind of partnered up with Rick, and we kind of scaled up together on it. So that was a weird one because I only made 500K, but our business did $1 million, but we split that evenly. So it was really 500K. And then from there, it like tripled pretty much every year to a point. And then it's exponentially going up, right? But like doubling $3 million is so much easier than like 10xing that 100K for me. Like it's so much easier right now for me to double my business than to go from that scaling. That scaling sucked. Okay. That it sucked. I'd rather grind than scale because just there's so much risk, so much stuff going on. But honestly, it was crazy. But like, yeah, that was basically my scaling year, right? We kind of split it from 19 to 20. That was it. Get systems in place, hiring people, like acquisitions people, dispositions, like all that stuff, starting to do virtual, really testing SMS out, like all this stuff. We're able to net about 500K each, which is really nice. And then it grew like crazy after that. But like, really, that was the stages of me going out. I learned how to do flipping stage 3. Like, those are my 3 stages of becoming a wholesaling millionaire. And really, it changed a lot. Like, a lot of my growth happened year 2, but it really changed a lot. So that's what I'd say. Those are my stages, right? So what are stage 1? Well, let's explain stage 1, right? So stage 1, really, my main focus was making 100K, and I blew that out of the water. But like I made around 100K if you really look at like the first year, because I didn't start at 17 years old. I was like I think like 3 or 4 months in at 17. So 100K my first year, 17, 18. So it was great. About 5 deals. It was like average 20K deal. It was really good. Before graduating high school, I was strictly only doing bandit signs. And I was really just learning the ins and outs of this industry, like the ins and outs of wholesaling. That's really what I was doing. Like I made a ton of rookie mistakes. I spent a ton of money on bandit signs, reinvesting the business, and really like it really was one of my fondest memories in my life was doing that because like I didn't really have a care in the world. 100K at 17 years old is like, I don't know, $50 million at my age. I feel like, $50 million at someone who's like 50 because like if I'm living with my parents and I'm in high school, like how am I going to spend 100K, right? It was kind of insane, but yeah, that's really my first year, right? I think I had to make those mistakes because if I made those mistakes now, I'd be losing on millions of dollars. And I only lost like 20 or 30K. And it was really expensive mistakes looking at it now, but it was 100% worth it. And it helped me so much growing as an entrepreneur. So I would say it was really good for my growth. And I really liked that stage. And it was really fond memories there. Stage 2 is my growth stage, right? So really all I was doing, and especially on my growth stage, and this is what I think a lot of people need to have a growth stage. I think a lot of wholesalers, when they eventually go from 100K to $1 million, they have that growth stage. And I think everyone really needs to have it, right? And this was basically me just adding on to what I already knew. Like I was just leveling up, right? Like I was just leveling up my levels of my skills, right? It's really when I hit Super Saiyan, I like to think, right? This is really when I hit that level that started changing things, right? And all I really did was like nothing crazy. I went from like level 5 to like level 10. Like you level up from there. And I think every 10K is maybe a level or 25K, whatever one you really want to think about it. But like pretty much all I did was I started adding more marketing lists and marketing channels. And really the biggest growth I could tell you personally was when I just started cold calling, right? And I got a dialer. I had a Mojo dialer back then. And I just tripled my business by cold calling. That's really all I did. I failed a lot. I was trying to scale, and I really I was a terrible manager starting out because I didn't know how to manage, right? And eventually got better, read up on a bunch of stuff, really started learning more and more and more, and failed a lot, but I found out what made a good cold caller, what made a bad cold caller, what makes really good scripts, what makes really bad scripts. And at this point, I got so good at cold calling, it was like disgusting. Okay. I got really good at closing sellers virtually too. I did virtual wholesaling for my dorm room basically half this year and then went back to school. I did college virtually. So I came back to the same school. Actually, technically wasn't virtual. I just took the classes online. And I did the test online, but it was the business school, so they let you do that already. So they didn't even know I left. I was an off-campus student, so it was kind of fun. I still graduated, but like I graduated, I think when I was 19. So yeah, kind of cool. But yeah, guys, just understanding, like, so everyone like can kind of get a grasp of this. But like, I failed a lot. I was cold calling. This was my grind year, so like, I put anybody to the test on a quote unquote grind year. But like, I cold called 5 hours a day, 5 days a week for an entire year straight. That's everyone else. Like, how did you become elite at cold calling? I spent 5 hours a day cold calling for a year straight. There's no shortcuts to success when it comes to your cold calling. I grinded. That is how I became good at cold calling. You cannot become elite at acquisitions or elite at cold calling by thinking or practicing it. You just have to do it. And it's an unfortunate truth about becoming really good at cold calling, how to become really good at talking to sellers, but you just have to do it. You just have to have experience. That is going to be the biggest thing it's going to take for you to become elite at cold calling, become elite at acquisitions, and become an elite wholesaler. You're going to have to grind. And I know it's a very overused term, grinding, but that's how I became really good. That's how I was able to triple my income. I grinded and I got really good at cold calling. Guys, when you spend 5 hours a day, 5 days a week for a year straight cold calling and you're doing 1 to 2 deals every single month, it's really hard not to get good at it. Okay. It's really hard not to. And that's really what I did. And it changed the game for me for wholesaling success. That is what changed everything for me. So yeah, guys, I can just tell you right now, that's what I did in my growth grind stage. I just leveled up. I got better every single month. And really, like, you really look at it like, it's, you think of like Madden or 2K, right? And I don't know if that's a good example for a lot of people, but like I went from like a 70 level to like a 80 on stage 1 to 2, and then went from like 80 to 90 stage 2, right? That's a pretty big jump. And then stage 3, I went from like 90 to 94, or like 90 to 93. And right now I'm working my way up to get to a 99. I would say I'm at a 97 right now, but I'm still working every day. It's going to take me 2-3 years to get to a 99, even 5 years to get to a 99. But like, you're so good at that point, right? And that's the thing. So actually, I went from a 50 to a 70 my first year, right? Like, it's easy to level up when you're at a lower level, and then when you get up, it's kind of harder to get up those levels, right? And that's the honest point. So stage 2 is my grind. That's really was the grinding point, and that's really where it took a lot of my skill set, right? And we go here to stage 3, right? So stage 3 is scaling. Remember, I partnered up with my dad. I started creating systems, employees. This was the hardest part for me, like stop going on appointments and start having my employees go on the appointments instead. And the uncomfortable truth I learned from doing this was my employees were at most 65 to 70% as good as me, which means if I was I'm just doing the math right now, guys. So if I was going to net a $2 million that year, if I had my employees do it all themselves, which I had to, I was only going to make 1.4 million. And that's sad. And that's an uncomfortable truth that I lost $600,000 by scaling. But the interesting part about that is, like, you do the math here. If I went on all the appointments myself, I would only able to make $1 million, but I'm at max efficiency. And if I had $2 million and there's 7% effective, I made 1.4, which means I actually made $400,000 more, because I can't be at 3 appointments at the same time, but my employees can. And that's really what I learned. And you're just doing more deals, and that eventually makes you more money. So like, the other way I like to look at it is like, being a 3-point shooter. Would you rather make half of all the 3-pointers you shoot? Let's say would you rather make half of 33 pointers, which is going to be 15 times 3, which is 45, right? Or would you rather be 100% or 99% and do 3 3-pointers, right? No, you're going to make 4 times more money by shooting more, right? And you might miss some, but like overall, you're going to make more points. And that's the point, right? Like that, pun intended, but like that is how I grew, because I made less money per deal, but I was able to do more deals. And that's when I started virtually wholesaling, right? So like one thing I'll tell you is I started wholesaling like Knoxville, Tennessee, and my average assignment deal in stage 3 was like 40K. But my average assignment fee virtually was 15K in Knoxville. But I was able to just add an extra market. And eventually that made me extra like $500,000 doing that. And I was just doing more virtual markets, scaling up, and boom, 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 right? Like that's the point of what I do. That's the point of what I did. And I started working less. And well, actually, okay. I take that back. Stage 3, I was actually working more than ever. Not as much as stage 2, but stage 3, I was working the same amount, but I was scaling up. Once I had the employees in place, I was able to go from basically, what's 14 times 7? I was working, basically stage 2, I was working 14 hours a day. I kid you not, I was working 14 hours a day. I worked out for an hour and I ate for an hour. And I slept like 6 hours. Okay. Like, kid you not, I was working 14 hours. And I was at school. I was doing virtual. So like 14 hours, I was working about 98, I'd say 100 hours. If you really like, I had to drive in between appointments. So I went from like 100 hours a week to stage 3 to like 60. And now I'm at like 10. And I'm at 10 because I want to. Okay. I want to scale up the virtual stuff and I want to scale up the JVs. So I'm at like 10 a week. I'm also at 10 a week because if I'm doing a flip, maybe I want to have my hand in it because I'm I'm a control freak, I guess. So 10 hours, but really that's it. Like people are sending us like subject to deals, and I like my underwriting staff, but I'm probably just going to do it myself because I'm crazy and I'm going to hold the rental myself. But yeah, I could probably do it to 5, but I choose 10 and whatever, right? It makes me more money. So that's what I'm doing. Right. So a lot of growing pains, right? That was an unfortunate truth, but I had a lot of growing pains there. And I basically spent all my time scaling and training people, right? I mastered the wholesaling real estate game. That's really what I want to call it, right? I became a 94, 93, 94, 95%. But I mastered the game, guys. And that is what I did. And that's how I really became a millionaire in wholesaling, right? So like, where am I at now? Like, what's my stage now, right? I call this my abundance stage. So I'm 23 years old right now. I call this my abundance stage, right? And I just turned 23. So I really, had to think of what I want to do from 22 to 23. Like, what's my goal this year? What do I want to do in my wholesaling, right? And guys, this is a wholesaling video. So I do want to say this, but like, I run a lot more businesses than wholesaling. And I would say 75% of my income is from wholesaling and real estate investing, but about a quarter of that's from other businesses I did. And those businesses I've been working on kind of on the side creeped up to be a quarter of my income. And I don't talk about it because I really don't think those businesses are ones that I want to talk about currently. I don't want to be greedy or anything, but like I'm going to keep it myself right now. And maybe one day on my personal channel, I'll talk about it, make a channel just on it, but I don't want to talk about it. I sound like a guru if I talked about it, so I ain't going to. Okay. But it's creeped up very well. And it literally cost me $1,000 to start kind of those side businesses, but it took me a little bit of time. So I'm working on that, but I don't talk about it. I don't like talking about it too much, but most of it's through real estate. If I look at real estate in general, maybe we add that to 80, right? So what am I up to now, right? What is my stage 4? I call this my abundance stage. For a lot of people, it might take you a decade to hit that, 15, 20 years. But I think I got lucky. I was in the right boat. The stream was really good where I was doing it. So yeah. So let's break this down. Okay. So all I'm doing right now is adding more virtual markets. I'm teaching you guys how to do deals. And then once you guys learn how to do deals, you're doing deals with me. That's pretty cool. Right. And if I wasn't JVing or I wasn't like teaching you guys didn't send us creative financing stuff, the other business would probably be 40%. But I was able to bring it down 25 because you started doing deals with us, which is pretty cool. So I would say it's like there originally. Right. So yeah. And then you guys also like helped me out a lot. So I really like that too. But what's my next stage 2? So teaching you guys how to do deals. flexing on every guru possible. That is part of my abundance stage. And that's just a personal goal for me. Just flexing on every guru, like why not? Why not flex on a guru? It makes me feel good, right? It's a hobby of mine, just flexing on a guru. Go watch the Dolphins win a Super Bowl this year. That's a goal. It's out of my control, so I didn't put it there. Flexing on a guru is part of my control, though. So, are we still on? All the lights flickered, but that's okay. Are we working? Let me check here. I think we're working. Yeah, so that's my goal, guys. Again, just FYI, so everyone knows, I am currently in the middle of a hurricane. Yeah, so currently I'm in the middle of a hurricane right now, and all the lights are starting to flicker, but that's fine. I'm still, every time I say flexing on a guru, my lights start flickering. So I know the gurus are watching me. I'm on LT on my phone, but I think we're still working. So whatever. We're going to keep it going. But yeah, so really what my goal is right now is FY. If the power goes out, I'll come back on or LTE, or I have to stop the stream short, but I ain't going to stop it. I should be able to be fine the next. Oh Lord. Okay. We're fine. We're fine. I'm going to keep going till the power starts just busting out. All right. But really what I'm doing right now is I'm having fun. Like that is my goal in life right now. Like I have enough money, and I just want everyone to, like, I'm not saying this to flex on you guys, but like, I'm making more money now than I ever had in my entire life. And I have enough passive income. I don't have to worry about income for the rest of my life. And I say that humbly to let you know what is my stage? What am I doing? I'm here to have fun, make money, and help people out. Right. So yes, I don't talk about this too. Like I love, and like a lot of people ask me, like, what's my motivation for making money? Right. Like, why do I keep doing what I'm doing? Why do I keep on scale my businesses? And it's very selfish to a point, but first, like, there's two reasons why I still try to double my income every single year. Every single year why I try to double my income is, first of all, it's a video game and it's a hobby. I think building a wholesaling business and other businesses are just fun for me. I used to get the same thrill of playing Call of Duty and Madden. I still play those I love playing video games, right? But like, I have more fun doing businesses, and it's a video game, right? You go from this level to this level, and it's just with money now, right? And that's why I like it. The more money I make, the more money I get to give, the more philanthropy I get to do, which is pretty cool. And I don't ever talk about that, and I probably never will, because I don't do this for attention. But the more money I make, the more money I get to give to the people, give back to the communities and the charities I really care about. And that's pretty cool. I don't think I ever will talk about that, but yeah, I do like talk. I do like that. And that's what I enjoy. And that's a selfish reason why the more money I make, the more money I get to give, which is pretty cool. And I think that's one thing a lot of people don't really understand about this, but like, if you're making, I don't know if this is an ego thing saying, but like, if I was making $50,000 a year right now, and that's all I was making, I don't think I'd be able to give an X amount to charities and charitable sources every year, which I'm not saying. The coolest part about that is me making millions of dollars. I'm able to give a lot to charities and philanthropy type things. And that's pretty cool, I think. And if I'm making 50K, which is the equivalent of, 40, 50, 60, 100x the average person that's making $50,000, I'm able to actually give all what they're doing away to charities and free, where most people can't be able to do that. So that's what pushes me. That's why I want to help people out. And then the last part is, like, I kind of call this YouTube channel a charity. And I don't know if people get the wrong intention of what I say, what I mean by that, but like, me giving you free real estate information cost me a lot of money, because I could just have a link. I could charge I could probably charge, thinking how to do it like a guru. I could probably charge $1,000 for freewholesaling.com. And if I'm getting, so maybe like 8,000 we're getting. So let's slash that in half. Say 2,000 people a month. Okay. Pay me $1,000. I could probably make 24 million selling a course if I got really, if I became a really good guru. And here's the thing. I'm literally giving away $24 million with this every single, because I could probably make, let's say 24. I'll split that with my dad. So 12. I'm literally giving away at 24. I'm literally giving away $24 million of my time Okay. Like I could charge a course right now with this and become a guru, but I don't. I can literally make $24 million right now, just giving this information and making a course on it and doing the whole guru thing, but I don't. This is my charity, guys. I literally gave $24 million worth of time to this charity and money, guys. Like really expensive cameras, really expensive studios, really expensive video editing, very expensive equipment, like all this stuff and my time. It's insane. Okay. So I just want everybody to understand here that that's a charity I run. And it's not like I give to more, but like I just want you guys to understand that like I'm looking at the long-term play of when I'm gone and when I'm like out of this world, right? And we never know what time we really have on this earth. And I'd rather have a legacy. And I pretty much donate anonymously to a lot of things. Rick does a lot too. I don't mention it. He doesn't mention it. We don't want to mention it, but we do it. And I want a lot of people to understand that like I'm doing this to change the world and change wholesaling. And I want like everyone they're so confused why I don't charge. And this is a charity to a point where I want to help people out. And once I do that, I'm able to create so many more. Like, I want you guys to understand, like, I do not make, and I will say this, I do not make $20 million a month. I do not. I don't make $10 million a month currently in wholesaling, but my subscribers do. And they all learn for free. So the net money I'm able to generate by teaching you guys is more money than I could ever make in my entire life. Okay. So just think about that for a second. Okay. So just letting you guys know. So that's what I'm doing. I'm building this charity up of teaching wholesaling for free. I have other stuff where I can actually put money towards like good causes, but like this is one cause I'm very passionate about, teaching people to learn real estate for free. So anybody has the ability to bring themselves up from any situation they're at. And because we are in such a powerful boat right now, and this is what I want to talk about, that we're in a powerful boat where you can be in the boat of wholesaling real estate, no money at all. You can go become a millionaire, right? No other business is really like this. And it's pretty cool. So I just want everyone to understand that. I want everyone to understand why I do what I do. And I think that's very misconstrued what I do. But that's what I do. And I want to help people out. And the more money I make, the more money I'm able to give. So that's it. That's what I do. So that's my stage 4. I want just for everyone to give an update of what I do, what I'm doing, what I'm planning on doing. That is it, right? And then mastering my other skills, right? Then this is a video game. This is a skill. I have fun with it, right? I want to get better at doing more creative deals, more multifamilies, more big flips, more rentals. And this is selfish, right? Because the more people that learn about me, the more people I get to send me over creative deals. A lot of multifamily people send me and I do deals and I sometimes just buy them, rent them out. But like, it's more selfish, but it makes me money and it makes me more motivated to give more. And that's the point, right? So I love my haters out here. So I do want to give a detailed breakdown my first 3 years. I'm not going to do my current year, but I'll give you my first 3 years because I'm pretty sure the deadline for the IRS is gone for this. So it is fine, right? And yes, I've paid every single dime to taxes and more than I'm willing to do. I've never really done any crazy like tax dodge strategies. How much did I make, right? So my learn and earn year, I made around 150K. I made 100K before I graduated high school, but like really call 150K. And I was working a bag load job, so I had money on there. But like I made about 150 taxes and other assets I owned when I was like 18. I've been investing in the stock since I was like, I think 10 years old. So I did have some assets. So yeah, once I bought them, I never sell them. So I about 126K net worth at 18. Pretty much my growth stage, I made about 300K. So I would say after taxes and everything like that, I was probably at add what 126 for about 378. I had to pay taxes. I just took 30% off of that, and obviously I had to pay like living expenses, food, stuff like that. Sorry, mom and dad, had to get out of the house. So obviously had to buy things, right? Car, rent, a house, mortgage, stuff like that, utility bills. But really my net worth went up. And then year 3, when I scaled about 550K, and then also you got to remember that, and I know these numbers don't add up to a million, but they actually do. And one thing you got to understand is like when I made $150,000, I invested all of it after taxes pretty much. And I got very lucky from 2017 to 2020. When I bought real estate, I bought rentals, I bought stocks, I bought other assets that pretty much doubled in 3 years. I got very lucky and I did very high risk stuff, but 150K invested is like chump change for me right now. But like pretty much everything I invested. So I made about 450, really ended up being 378 after taxes, 350. That pretty much doubled in 2 years because I bought very, very good assets. And not to say much, but like I'm a big fan of Elon Musk, made a ton of money with his stocks. You look at the numbers, they've doubled, tripled very fast. So that's another reason why my net worth went up very, very high too. But about 550, added this much, about another 378 capital gains, about $1 million. And then that was my net worth after 3 years. And then eventually making more money, investing. I still pretty much invest. I live off of 20. So I try to make it 10, but like I force myself. So felt fifth. I probably invest 70% of all the money I ever make because I'm a little better with taxes now. And that stuff goes up probably, let's say if things get bad, might go up 10, 15%. But honestly, on average, it's going up 30, 40 because it's very high risk. I'm getting a lot less high risk right now, but like I reinvest pretty much all the money I have. And that's one reason why I was able to become a millionaire and stay a millionaire was, I want you guys to understand, you don't have to make $1 million a year to become a millionaire. If you make like, honestly, 80K and you can invest most of it for like a decade or two, you easily become a millionaire. And that'll give you 100K a month of 100K a year in passive income. Okay. I just want you guys to understand that. But yeah, that's pretty much like, those are my numbers, right? So the question is, how do you become a wholesaling millionaire in 2023, right? Like, what are your goals? What do you want to do? Like, how can you kind of copy what I did, but do it like currently now? So what is it, right? So think of what your stage 1, stage 2, and stage 3 are going to be. So I was 18, 19, and 20 years old pretty much in those 3 stages, right? So what are you going to do, right? So my stage 1, and for your stage 1, I think it's really obvious, but you should probably try to make your 100K in your first year. And you can do cold calling, government lists, drawing for dollars, revert. Guys, I didn't even do drawing for dollars till like second and a half year. Okay. Just like when everyone understands, you don't have to drive for dollars, but like, especially now will make it a lot easier for you. But yeah, you don't have to, guys. And I want you guys to understand that you don't have to. Year 2, your growth year, I think you guys should grind. Drive for dollars all you can, cold call all you can, really gain those skills, make as much money as possibly can. Become elite. Then 3, if you're making that much money, you should probably start scaling up after $500,000, even $250,000, and then go from there, right? Guys, I have all my scaling systems at freewholesaling.com. I show you how much to pay your people, who to hire first, who not to hire, how to train them, all the stuff like that. It's all in there. And so again, guys, at freewholesaling.com, I do teach you everything you need to know about wholesaling real estate the right way, how to wholesale houses, how to wholesale real estate, how to scale up, pretty much going from $0 to $1 million. It's all in that course. It's all in there. I'm going to teach it to you guys, and I always have taught you it. So that's how you become a wholesaling millionaire, right? I really want to do now is kind of break down my biggest lessons I learned. And I learned a lot of lessons during this journey, and I want you guys to understand them. So what are the biggest lessons I've learned, right? I think number 1, confidence and skills in wholesaling. Pretty much all of my confidence and all of my skills I've had in wholesaling and the ones I have currently, pretty much 90% come from experience. And I hate to say that, but it's an uncomfortable truth I think you guys have to know. And I'm telling you guys what you need to know, not what you want to know. And what you need to know is the confidence to start closing, to start is just by doing it, right? But the confidence to go in and out every single day and make as much money as possible is going to come from your experience. The next one here is Eat That Frog. And that's a really cool book I read. And I sort of look at it like that. It's like, hey, if you have to eat a frog, all right, like here's a big fat toad and you got to eat it. You have 24 hours to eat it. Whether you're going to wait till the 23rd hour and eat it, or just sit there, go to bed, think about eating the frog, go to work, think about eating that dang frog, or I just eat the frog right now and just get it over with, right? And I like that book. It was really cool about how to get rid of procrastination. And I think a lot of wholesalers have analysis paralysis disguised as You have a lot of analysis paralysis disguised as really it's procrastination pretty much. And a lot of people like to think that you just got to gobble that frog down. I like what Kaylin says here. Just gobble that frog. And you got to. Like, that's the only way to do it. But really, that's how you're going to gain the confidence and skills needed for success. Just just go, right? Show up and do the work every single day. That's eating the frog to a point still. But creating a schedule for wholesaling and sticking to it and going after it, that's going to give you the most success possible. Show up and do the work every single day required, and you'll do well. If you do not show up every single day to the work, you only do the work when you feel like it, you're not going to do well. Guys, when I was cold calling 5 hours a day, 5 days a week for a year straight, I could probably tell you 70% of the time or 75% of the time, I didn't want to cold call. I really didn't. And this is an honest admission I can tell you. I did not want to. Half the time when I work out, I don't want to work out either. Actually, I would say most of the time I don't want to work out, but I do it anyway because I value my health and discipline more than that. And it was just a discipline thing for me to get really good at cold calling acquisitions, right? So I showed up, I did the work every single day. And it's hard for a lot of people to understand that concept, but I think it's something you guys have to master and understand. That there's no glory in not doing the work. There's always glory in working hard and doing it every day until you get the result. I just want you guys to understand that, right? And the last one, and probably the most important part, and I want everyone to understand this, but you will struggle in wholesaling real estate. And I want to talk about this. You will struggle. And what I mean by this is you are going to have some tough moments coming up in your life if you're going to get into wholesaling real estate. Every single person pretty much that has made $1 million in wholesaling has had struggles. I've had the struggles, right? You are going to go through some moments that are going to push you, test you, and push you to the brinks of your limits and what you really think you can do as a human being. Mentally, physically, spiritually, all of it. It's going to suck, okay? But I want you guys to understand there's nothing, and I can tell you this, there's nothing. I've looked at every great man and woman in the entire history of the entire world, and they've all had to go through struggle. I look at some of my personal heroes. I look at some people I really look up to. They've all struggled to get to where they had to be, okay? You really look at the people that made real change in this world. Think of somebody that has inspired you in your life, not just in business, but like in general. They all had to go through struggle, right? And a lot of that struggle can go in vain if you quit. And you never hear about the person that struggled and quit. You never do. You only hear about the person that struggled, failed, and kept going until it worked, right? Think of Thomas Edison. Failed, got it right. You think of every great entrepreneur in general in history, every great leader, king or queen, and they all had to go through struggles, trials and tribulations. But I really like the people that went from nothing and proved themselves to something, right? And you have to go through struggle. You have to go through pain and suffering to really make the true change you want in your life and for the people in your life, right? And I think a lot of people get that really down. And I kind of always say the story in February and sometimes in January, but like I really like somebody, and one person that always comes to mind when I talk about you have to go through struggle to get something. And some people take the ultimate sacrifice to really change their life, right? And one person I always think of is like MLK Jr., right? Martin Luther King Jr. That guy is one of the biggest inspirations in my life. And I always talk about him on his birthday, but that man he went through so much stinking struggle. And he had to just struggle in his life. And then he struggled to bring people out of a struggle, right? And he could have quit so many times. He could have quit so many stinking times. They threw the man in jail, okay? He never quit. And until the day he died, he never surrendered. And with his sacrifice, he was able to help people and help society in the United States. And he's one of the really recent ones I can think of. There's people the past 50 years, but like really the past 100 years, people that really made true changes in this country, that went through insane struggle and was able to give the ultimate sacrifice for it. You think of veterans, you think of people that really went to war for this country and protect this country. and save people out, right? Like they went through struggle, but it was all not in vain. And I don't want to get like that intense, but like you look at some of the greatest people of all time, they all went through struggle. Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, the biggest entrepreneurs, they all had a struggle. And if you learn quick that you will have to struggle, but at the other end of that struggle, there's going to be riches, dreams, and anything you could ever desire at the end of that, it was there, right? Like I had a lot of struggle. But really pushed me is thinking of my life past that struggle, that second year, I had a lot of doubts starting out, a lot of doubts with the grind, but I just kept going and I never stopped. I never surrendered with it. And eventually I kept going and it worked, right? And the coolest part about that is like, I never, with that struggle now, I went through all that. It sucked, but I don't have to work a job, right? I don't have to worry about money for the rest of my life. My family doesn't have to worry about money for the rest of my life. Of course, I partnered with my dad, so this wasn't motivation for me too much, but like my mom never has to struggle about money for the rest of her life. She can retire if she wants to. Like my entire family. If I ever have kids, they never have to struggle about money. And pretty much my entire, you know, family tree now, they don't have to worry about it because I did that struggle. And I was able, it's kind of me and, Rick doing it together, but like we kind of broke the chains in our family, right? We're like, the money is never an issue anymore because we did it, right? And if you look at your family in the future, right? Do they want to go look at their future father? If I ever have a son or a daughter and think, hey, he worked his butt off and he struggled for us to be where we're at right now. And it's really like you look at a path, and that's how I look at it, right? And I've had great grandparents come to this country with no money, no English, no skills at all. And they went through some of the most horrific situations you could ever even possibly imagine in your mind. Think of the worst someone can go through and just think about that times 10 and come to this country with no money, no English, nothing. And and make something of themselves. And they went through all that. They went through all that stinking struggle. I'm not going to let them go in vain of their struggle and just to work a regular job and not to do what I want to do. Okay? I want you guys to understand this. You do not descend from weak men and women in your family. I don't care who you are looking right now. You, to be born right now, your ancestor had to go through probably some of the most horrific, struggling things. Okay. You even go more back then when everyone was in Africa, right? As cavemen. And they literally had to fight tooth and nail against tigers and lions and whatever there was out there trying to kill you every single day. And they went through that and struggled and they fought. They probably go through so much crazy stuff. Even think of your family from the 1200s to the 1300s. And if you really look at back to your great grandparents, there's pretty much, they had to go through so much. And I think every single person of us watching, if you really go back enough, even 100 years, even 2, 3, 4, 500 years, you'll find a lot of people in your family struggled and they sacrificed everything. And they had to go through some of the hardest things any human being can possibly can go through, right? And are you really going to like stop that right now and just say, hey, I don't feel like it? When they had to go through so much worse, do you really like, I want to honor that and go as hard in the pain as I can to change my life and change everything. And that what gets me out of bed in the morning. I think about how crazy my life could have been. Why not try to just push the limits of how much money I can make, how much change I can make in the world when my family had to go through all this, right? And that's kind of the end of my rant here. But like, if you really think about it, your ancestors had to go through a lot. They were not weak men and women. Okay. Your ancestors, right? They were not. They were strong. They worked hard. They struggled a lot. So why do you think you're going to go through life without struggles? You won't. At least make the struggles meaningful. And I made my struggle meaningful. Okay. So if you have air in your lungs right now, okay, if you're watching this right now, if you air in your lungs and you're alive, and hopefully, I'm hoping your family is safe and healthy, you are probably some of the most blessed people on earth. And if you have this blessing, why not go make good of that blessing, right? So that's my rant. You know, you will struggle, but the struggle is worth it. And that is what I can say. So guys, that's how I became a millionaire. That's what pushes me now. That is what I want to go through. And that's honestly the end of my rant here. But like, what I can tell you is the struggle is always worth it. You got to put in the work and you got to do it. So if you want to learn wholesaling real estate absolutely for free, just go to freewholesaling.com, guys. I'm saying this in the midst of a crazy hurricane going outside the studio right now. And it's funny because like I don't make excuses. Okay. And as long as the power's still on, I'm good to go. Okay. So that's it. So all I want to do is answer some questions, do some one-on-one calls, see how I can help the people out today. But I'm excited, guys. I'm jacked up. Life's a trip. Okay. I can tell you that, you know, life's a trip and you got to make the most of it. And I think getting a good business, struggling with it and doing well is going to help you out the most, but that's just my opinion. So yeah. So Chloe says, aren't you in a hurricane? Oh yeah, I am. I got a really good mic. It doesn't pick up the crazy rain and wind, but let's get a little choppy out there. So yeah, he told the hurricane to stop for 2 hours so Zach can drop some value. That's all basically I did. The guru sent me a hurricane and I sent back value today on the video. You ain't going to stop me. Okay. And I've always said this and Steven knows this for a fact, you know, no dang guru can stop me. You think a hurricane's going to stop me if a guru can't stop me? A guru's throwing everything it possibly can at me. Okay. They've tried canceling me. Okay. I don't even curse and they're going to try to cancel me. Whatever. If a guru can't stop me, no dang little hurricane can stop me. Okay. It's a pretty bad one, but like, ain't going to stop me. Okay. So I just want you guys to understand. I try to keep it real. I try to show you. I try to show you guys everything you need to know. But yeah, if you're in the hurricane, wish you luck, wish you safety, wish you all blessings in the world. But what I want to do is help the people out today. And I don't know if I'm going to even have power tonight or tomorrow for the live, but I have a live already set out. It's already done. It's already written out just in case I get power back like an hour before. We don't know. But I just want to help as many people learn wholesaling real estate absolutely for free. So if you want to learn wholesaling absolutely for free, go below freewholesaling.com and I'll show you how to start wholesaling real estate for free starting out. So let's see here. Why would you make a mistake if your dad can mentor you? Because I won the appointments myself. I did the marketing myself. I think a lot of people can understand, like, if somebody's teaching you wholesaling, you're still going to make mistakes. Okay. And I think a lot of people get that confused. If somebody's your coach, you're still going to make mistakes in the game. And you got to learn from it yourself. And unfortunately, a lot of your learning is going to come from doing mistakes. Okay. Like Flipper MX, I can give you everything you know about wholesaling. You're still going to make a mistake. It's true, right? Esmeralda says, powerful rant. If I have air in my lungs, I believe, have courage, take massive action. That's it. Gotta get your first deal. That's how you're going to do it, right? But yeah. Love all the support, guys. I really appreciate it. I love to see it. So what I want to do right now is just talk to you guys one-on-one, answer some questions. I get asked all the time, how do I join these one-on-one calls? All you got to do is join the Wholesaling Mastery course, and also, which is a free course, and then join the Facebook group where I teach everyone how to start wholesaling real estate absolutely for free. We are so close. We're pretty much at 70,000 members in that, which is insane right now. But yeah, how do I join it? How do you talk to me? How do you do all this stuff? Just go here to Wholesaling Houses for Real. That's my Facebook group. So I'll share my screen really quick. All y'all got to know is right here's the group. There's me, my handsome face going live. But yeah, Cameron's got a cool little post on here. But like we have fun in this group, right? We have actually a group chat in here too, where you can join this massive group chat where everyone, all 70,000 people can talk. It's a little Discord link. It's right here. Just click chat. Pops up. Pretty cool, right? It's all in here. Wholesaling Houses for Real. 70,000 members. So how do you join it, right? If you're in the group currently, I'm only talking to people currently in the group. If you want to talk to me one-on-one tomorrow, you got to join the group. Featured, pinned right here. You just click Zach Ginn, share the link. StreamYard, join here. Join it. Boom. You'll be ready to go from there. That's how you join it. I'll put the link in the YouTube comments for everybody. But put in the StreamYard link for you guys. I'll put it in the comments. Oh, that's how you talk to me absolutely for free. And boom. So let's have some calls. Let's talk to people, see how I can help the people out. And let's go. Yo, Ogle,
Oh shit. Yo.
what's up, man?
How you doing?
I'm blessed, dude.
Okay. Wow, this is the first time I wasn't really expecting this. Listen, I listened to you live yesterday, and you did something very interesting. You were trying to do probates, but you went in and found some obituaries. I thought that was real slick, so I tried it. But here in Philly, you can only do, well, at least so far that I could find, you can only do the deceased for the month. So, how long do you think I should wait before I try to start contacting these people? And also, one of the deals that I was looking at is in Lakeland, Florida, and I was wondering if it does turn out to be a viable deal, would you be interested in JVing? Because I
Yeah,
don't know where
Lakeland. Yeah,
Lakeland is, and I've never done a virtual.
yeah, I can help you out. What do you mean by deceased for a month? What's the situation
Like
there?
the obituaries are only for September. I
We're
can't.
still in
Haven't
September.
found. Yeah, so That's what I'm saying. It's too soon to contact them. I don't want to sound
Why
like
is
a
it too soon?
vulture because they just passed, like maybe not even a week ago in some
Okay.
cases.
Would you rather another wholesaler call them and get the deal?
No.
Right.
All right. Gotcha.
Here's the problem: if you're not going to do it, someone else is going to do it. And the worst
Is
case
it
scenario, somebody says, "No, I'm not looking to sell it right now, but I'll keep you in mind." And they call you first.
okay?
Right.
You make sense. All right, bro.
That's the truth. Like,
Yeah, you're right.
here's the problem: if you don't do it, somebody else is willing to do it. So it'd rather just be you. And you're a good guy. I'd rather you do it than someone who isn't good, right?
Okay, I appreciate that. That's basically all I had. I
All right.
love you guys, you and your dad's everything. I'm so grateful for you being in around to give it. And I just want to say thank you, keep it up, and stay safe in this hurricane.
I will, man. It's getting a little choppy out there, but love helping the people out, and nothing else I'd rather be doing.
We appreciate you, bro.
All right. Appreciate it. Have a great one, man.
Thanks, you too.
Boom. All right. Yo,
Hey, Zach, what's going on, man?
I'm blessed, man. What's up?
All right, so since we last spoke, man, I had 2 properties under contract, right? Unfortunately, I had to terminate one because I had got it too high,
All right.
right? So this one now, I have a property locked up in Columbus, but the thing is, I think I got it locked up too high. I had submitted to your JV with me thing, your program. So only thing now is I'm having trouble with getting the seller to give me a walkthrough video and some pictures so I can, definitely wholesale this thing. So I
Okay.
want to know it's about 3 hours away from me. It's in Columbus, Georgia. So I mean, what should I do in that situation?
So do you specifically need to get an extension?
Nah, not an extension because I just signed the contract yesterday. The seller, she's in a rush. I think the city is going to take over her property if she don't sell this thing.
Okay.
So I got it locked up for 17. ARV is around 60,000, and I think the house needs more work than she's telling me because I spoke with her. She told me that the property bathroom is a 1.5 bathroom, so she's saying one of the bathrooms doesn't have a toilet or sink in there. Or she said the hardwood floor is messed up and the plumbing and the electrical was removed. So I calculated the repairs to be around 15,000, and I think I should have got it lower than what I got it locked up at. If you get what I'm saying.
I mean, you just got to be straight up with them and call them. So if you're trying to get a reduction on the price, say, "Hey, Miss Seller, after looking at everything and talking to my partner, we're probably going to reduce the price a little more. We see interest rates rising, and we're assuming it needs a little more work than we thought after looking at everything. We're going to have to be at this price." Now, it sucks doing it the day of. Was she like stringent on a price? Or was that the
Well,
issue?
yeah, because she was adamant adamant about getting 18. I got her down to 17. Like I said, the ARV is around 60,000. I was gonna wholesale it for 24,000, but my thing is, I think that thing would be like a complete teardown. She haven't visited the property in 8 months, so I'm thinking 17,000 is too high for that property.
Okay, well, what do you think it has to be at?
I think it needs to be around like 9 or 10,000 for an investor to definitely, you know, make money on that thing. If it's a complete teardown, because I don't really know what would the repairs be on that type of property.
Oh, you're gonna have to tell her then, right?
Yeah, because I mean, if the ARV is 60,000, what is like a heavy rehab on a 1,300 square footage property? 3 bed, 1.5 bath,
It'll be 30, 40, or 50, depending on like what actually has to be done on it.
30,
It's gonna be
40,
a lot
50
one.
grand. If the ARV is 60 grand,
Well, what does it need? If you get it for 10, you got to put 50 into it. I mean, what's ARV to you? Like what it's worth if it's got a new roof, AC's clean, updating flooring.
I seen some properties that sold around the area in Columbus, Georgia. I seen the highest was around 60,000, 62,000, but if they got to put around 50 to 60 into it,
Well, I don't.
I can't make no money off it on the
Well, if you're
wholesale
telling
deal.
me it's worth 60K when it has a new roof, it's all updated, new kitchen. I doubt it's 60K like that. I don't really see much like that.
Well, is it a way
No, if
that
60K is what the ARV is if it's not updated, then yes. Then maybe it needs 25, 30, but I gotta underwrite it. I'm just going off of what you say. I gotta look at comps.
how can I send you it so you know you can look over it?
Well, did you send it through the JV link?
Yeah, but
What did they say?
they told me that I need the video walkthrough and the pictures, but the seller is like not trying to, you know, buzz with me. So I'm trying to get some boots on the ground over there.
Do you have any pictures of the house?
Yet she doesn't have any pictures on the walkthrough. She haven't been to the property in 8 months.
Is it vacant?
Yes.
Yeah, dude, you need pictures. Like we're all talking about something, we don't even know what it is, right? And that's our problem,
Okay.
right? Like we're talking about an imaginary thing. Okay, it's like Schrödinger's cat. Is the cat dead or alive? We're just debating about it.
Yeah.
Open the box and see, you know? And that's
Okay.
what we got to do it, right? Maybe
All
the
right.
thing looks actually pretty nice. You don't have to do it.
Mm-hmm.
You have no leverage because you don't even know what it looks like.
She's telling me the plumbing and electrical was ripped out, and then it needs a new roof, and then
Bro,
that.
you need to look at it.
Okay.
Like, unfortunately, you're gonna have to look at it. No reasonable cash buyer is willing to give it without looking at it, and they're gonna have to check it out.
All right. So how what are ways that you could do, you know, some boots on the ground over that way? Like
There's
what are
multiple ways, right? You can have a person on Craigslist. You can pay him to go take pictures and look at it. You can have a JV partner. You can have a cash buyer do it. You can have the lady give you a video and picture of it, depending on what you want to do.
all right, yeah, because I was kind of looking for. I posted on some Facebook groups. I was thinking the cash buyer will go by and look at it, but I haven't been getting any traction on it. But I you know I followed the ARV formula and everything. It makes sense, but
Byrie, let's play a game here. Okay. I can tell exactly if you're going to sell this deal or not by the action you take on it. What action have you taken to find a cash buyer? Legitimately.
So I did the email hack that you did on the Facebook groups. I got about 100. So I emailed 100 of those out today, and I posted it all in the Facebook groups. That's about it. I haven't done anything else. So I sent out the emails. I got about 2 emails back. One of them was asking that said that ARV was too low for them to get involved. The other one said that he needed pictures, and I haven't gotten any traction on the Facebook group. Just a bunch of spams saying that they can help me find cash buyers and stuff like that.
Okay. Am I the one that told you 50 Facebook, or was it somebody else?
Yeah, but that was me, and that was my other deal, but I had to terminate it because the seller wasn't trying to budge on the price reduction that I needed.
Hold on, let me give you a receipt. Let's see.
Yep, that's me.
Have like 3,000 cash buyers, right? There's a lot of crew, and so yeah, you get through all of them, dude. Do some tonight, practice it out. But yeah, you got this, man. You know what to do. Yeah, I told you I told you on air, do DM 50 cash buyers. How many DMs did you send out?
I sent out 25 Facebook message DMs, but none of them, are contacting me back. I don't know if it's like, a
You
bad
did
deal.
25, bro. What did I?
Hey, listen, man. In 2 months, man. Yeah. Back up here. They appreciate you. Going and pulling the cap. They appreciate you. All right, man. Keep it up.
I told you 50. 50. 50. 50. You gotta double it, dude.
All right, so
50 a day.
The Facebook hack that I followed you, by going there and typing the email.
No, 50 DMs a day.
Okay.
A day. That should have been, what was it, last Wednesday?
That was another deal. That was another deal. I had got something else locked up from
Still, 350 DMs a day. 350 throughout. Bro, you have to increase the volume.
All right.
That's it. You do cold call the for rents?
Oh no, I did not cold call the for rents.
Gotta get going, man. Like, I can always tell someone's results by the action they take. And from what I'm seeing, we just gotta increase the volume. Because you probably don't want to spend $100 doing pictures on it, right? Go find a buyer to do it for you. They'll do it for free.
Okay. So I could just call for rents like around Columbus, Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The exact zip code, you have it.
Okay. All right.
Call those up too. 50 DMs and go after it, man.
All right. Appreciate it, Zach, man.
Appreciate it. Find and also, this is another big one. Do you have a title company in Columbus or an attorney?
Not in Columbus, but I have one in Atlanta, Georgia. It's a pretty good one.
How far is Columbus from Atlanta?
Ooh, we're talking about 3-4 hours.
Why is it so far?
Columbus, Georgia is like it's out. So it's 2 hours. It's 2.5 hours away from me, and I'm like in like Lithonia, Georgia. So it's
that's fine. You're gonna have to. I would look for the top closing. They're gonna want your business from you. Just do that. You'll be fine. For rents and keep going and keep pumping it up. The numbers.
All right. Appreciate it.
All right. Have a good one, bro. 50. Come on, guys. Got to keep it up, guys. And I always say this too. And I'll explain this a million times. But here's the thing. Your results are completely correlated with the action you take. Consistent action equals consistent results. If you want to get consistent results, consistent cash buyers, you're going to have to consistently do action. That's how you do it. Robert.
Yo, what up, Zach?
What's up, bro? How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm blessed, man.
Hell yeah. This is amazing. I just had a couple questions essentially. Yesterday I watched your live. You mentioned something about exporting when you were doing the probates. You were like, "Oh, I export it via like CSV, and then I can input it in my thing." Can you show how to do that?
I can show you, or I can just like tell you. So, have you been to high school?
Yeah.
You probably had a bunch of projects with Excel and college and stupid stuff like that, right? So I think you already know how it works, right? You know how to do CSV export. Is that?
Yeah.
Okay, so and you have YouTube. You're already watching this on YouTube, so you.
I mean, like on the actual, because I'm doing like North Carolina, and I found like the probate list there, but I'm just trying to see how I can like download that or like take that out and then put it into.
There's sometimes you can copy it and then put it in Excel. Sometimes you can copy it, put it into Sheets. Sometimes there's a click to export. Call and ask how I can get a CSV or Excel format of that. Sometimes you have to call. Sometimes it's there. That specific one, I click print, I copied it, and then I pasted it in there. The problem is there's 3,000 different probate courts. So like they're all done differently. And that's the biggest problem.
Cool. And then on there too, there was like the grantor and the grantee. Are you supposed to like go to True People Search, put in the grantor's name, and then like pulls up all the landlines? So you just like call all those landlines?
Yeah, I like the wirelesses on there, but wait,
And
if
because
there's
I
a
know,
grantor and a grantee for a
yeah,
probate,
yeah,
grantor's probably going to be person who passed away, EST, correct?
yeah.
That's probably going to be person that passed away. So you probably want to find out
Because
where they live. I'd put that on the property appraiser. Okay, it's 123 4th Street. And then I'll go over here, grantee, skip trace them, call them up.
but it's like, how would they answer the phone if there's like, isn't it supposed to be like nobody's there because they passed away? Or
The grantee, the PR.
okay,
So if I passed away and you're my son, and I'm gonna call you, not me, right? I'm gonna search you on True People Search.
okay.
Then you're gonna answer.
And then, do you use what's your dialer? Do you use like CallRail or?
I use Zach Dialer for like big dialing. If I'm doing a probate and I'm a VA do it, they're probably gonna do through CallRail, but they might even just use Zach Dialer and just load like 100 in. But I
Okay.
think most people just use Google Voice. That's probably your best one.
Okay, cool. And then, do you also like in the beginning? Do you recommend like getting like a CRM? And if so, which one?
Bro, all right. Freeholsing.com.
Yeah, just Podio.
You already know the answer, dude. I still
Okay.
use Podio to this
Alright.
day.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no, I was just verifying. And then, last question. I found like I'm probably gonna answer my own question, but essentially, I was like finding properties that are like, way underpriced, like distressed, and they're like around the 100K range. And, it's gonna, and the ARV is like, let's just say like 150 or 200. So, I mean, it's like, it's gonna take like 100K. Like these are like gut jobs. So it's like, I would have to like get the house basically for free. So it's like, just avoid those then.
Do them.
Do them still.
Yeah.
But it's like the asking price would be like, I'd have to get it for like $1,000 if that. Like,
Bro, you gotta understand this. It does like these properties still need to sell, right?
mhm.
I mean, where are you calling from? North Carolina?
I live in California, but I'm doing virtually. I'm all virtual.
Virtually where?
North Carolina,
Where in North Carolina? What county?
Onslow.
Onslow? All right. So in Onslow, dude, I know that county well. You're not getting them for free. Maybe pick them up for 10, 20, 30.
Mhm.
Okay. If the ARV is 100, it might need 20 or 30. The repairs are a lot less over there. So they won't be for free, but they'll be like 15, 20, 30K.
All right, cool.
And you're still doing 20, 30K assignment fees in and out, in and out.
Cool. All right,
Onslow
dope.
County is not a secret. I gave that secret out.
But yeah,
yeah,
I know that it was like in your top, like, yeah.
Yeah, I know that county. They're not free houses. They're like 20, 30K, but they need more work. But you're fine.
Cool. Sweet. Thanks, man.
Appreciate it, Robert. Let me know if you need help with anything.
Thank you. Later.
Actually, what I need you to do is look for wholesalers who post checks in Onslow County, find the addresses, and go after those areas. Facebook.
Okay.
Find the cities, search them up. You know what to do.
Do you know any title companies too as well that you recommend?
Facebook. Look it up.
Facebook. All right, man. Thank you.
You need to build the connections. All right. Have a good one, Robert.
Later.
Boom. That's how y'all do it. I'm telling you guys, like, the answers are there all at freeholsing.com. But like, he's in good market. If he's doing virtually, he knows what to do. If he takes the action, goes to freeholsing.com, he'll easily make a bunch of money. It's all up to the work you do. Rebecca.
Hey, Zach.
How are you?
I'm doing good.
Awesome. What's up? How can I help you out?
So I have a property that I'm working on getting, and the owner, she seems very motivated. And I wanted to have somebody go look at the property tomorrow. And I guess she's probably had a whole bunch of people trying to see the property, or if she's shown them and have like backed out of the contract. So she's more like on the fence of wholesalers. And so she wanted a proof of funds before I go and see the property. Is that something like showing non-motivation?
Not really. I mean, some people just do that, right?
Okay, yeah.
The problem is I've had people ask for a proof of funds on a virtual deal and still made money on it. So I'm not going to call that a no,
Okay.
but it's definitely something of concern, but it's not going to be a deal killer, right?
Yeah. So I'm working on getting one. I have a cash buyer that's working with me. He actually has been really awesome. He's going to go and look at the property for me. I just want to make sure that I don't like, since I'm doing it virtual, if she's asking for proof of funds, I don't want to put more into her if she doesn't seem like motivated. But I feel that she does um, have the motivation because she said she wants to get rid of it. But she also is kind of being hesitant about showing it, just to anybody.
Okay. I mean, I get it, right? Like you can't. I mean, give her the car analogy, right? Like if she's hesitant for someone to see it, she's not hesitant to. She should be hesitant to sell it, right?
Yeah.
Like it's real estate, right? This isn't, you know, I don't know what else to say, right? Like this isn't a little knickknack we're buying for $2. Like it costs us a lot of money to buy. We need to see it. Your cash
Yeah.
buyer's going to spend theoretically hundreds of thousands of dollars on it. They better see it, right?
Yeah. And that's what I told her. I said, I'm not trying to, I told her, try to build a good rapport with her. I'm like, I don't want to waste your time. I just want to make sure that we see it so I can make you a fair offer. If I can't make you a fair offer, then we can't go nowhere.
Yeah. That's how
So
it works.
she's
Like, right? Like if
yeah,
your husband spent $150,000 on, a coffee cup, you'd want to see that coffee cup, right?
heck yeah.
Sounds stupid, right? But like, I want to see what this thing looks like, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So okay. I'll just keep I'll probably send her another email and maybe follow up again tomorrow with her.
That's all you
See
can
if
do.
I'm hoping I really want a deal. I'm not
I'm
gonna give
hoping
up,
too.
but cold calling is just the struggle for me sometimes still. I get a little nervous. I don't know why, but I do.
I get it. I keep
Um,
going.
gotta keep going. Yep.
Eat that
Well,
frog.
thanks. Yes. All right.
Appreciate it.
Have a good day.
You too. Oh, all right. Hello.
Hi, Zach. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you? How can I help you out today?
Good, thank you. I spoke with you, I think, last week or a few days
Yeah,
ago.
I know. I
Oh,
remember.
okay, cool. So I have a few questions or just like a few concerns. First thing, the property that I was talking to you about a few days ago, I was finally able to get a hold of the tenant, and I have an appointment scheduled with her on Saturday to see the home. And I went based off of the Zillow estimate when you told me to find like how much the home could rent for. So I wanted to know like what would you do to figure out what the rent could be monthly,
Okay.
if that makes sense. Sorry.
Yeah. I need you to send me the address. That's how I'm gonna. Can you Facebook DM me right now?
Yeah.
And we can go over it together. That's the only way I'm gonna figure this out. And I'm gonna do it really quick. But really, the fastest way to do it without someone sending it to me is I'm just gonna look at that. Literally, when you send it to me, I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna look at the rents around it and kind of make an assumption from there based off the square footage, the bed and bathroom, and the quality of the property for a landlord, for a tenant. I can figure out how much it's going to rent for. And then did you put that property on Rentometer?
No, I haven't even heard of that. So I will.
Yeah. Rentometer is a cool website. It actually does the rents for you.
Oh, okay. Perfect. I'm sending you the address right now.
I'm gonna have to search for it because I get too many DMs, but all right, let's see here. Why is everybody sending me pictures? This you? No. Let's see here. This you?
Okay. I just sent you like 4 messages. I had to break it up.
Okay, I see it.
Yeah, you can find it on Zillow, and he already has it pretty he has it underpriced already. He actually dropped the price like 30 days ago, so I think that's a good sign. And he said that the inside was just dated, but I still feel like I should go in person and see it just because he does have another home. And I feel like he
How
could probably
much?
be ready.
Do you know how much he wants to sell it for?
He has it on Zillow listed for 330.
I don't care. I don't want to know. There's too many people watching this right now.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I don't want everyone to know this. All right.
Well, okay, got it. Sorry.
So no realtors. Please call the tenant. How much is the rent?
1,200.
Okay. And how long has that rent been there for?
She's been there for 12 years.
Okay, yeah, that's definitely under-rented. Let me just put this in Rentometer. I'm going to go to Rentometer. I'm just going to put the address in. Done. And this is a, what, 3-2? Let me look it up. Is it 3? Yeah. Oh, 4-bedroom. All right. So this is going to be a 4. All right. Let's analyze this sucker. Oh, yeah. That's going to be a lot. I'd say 1,800 to $2,000 probably. Even 20. It could even go up to 2,500. Let me look at the inside. That's actually a nice house. I would say you should lock this up. Do you know how much you're in talks with them for the house?
I'm sorry?
Have you negotiated with the seller at all?
Oh, no, not yet. I want to go see the home first, unless you don't think that's necessary. It's just he did
If
put.
they're not willing to go under 300K, it's not worth going and talking to them.
Okay, got it.
I think 300 is probably going to be your highest you should ever do.
Okay, got it.
That's my opinion on it. So see if they're in a good ballpark range. I would call the I'd actually call the owner, and you don't need to see the house on here. Like if it's a good deal, then you can go by and look at it. But my honest opinion, you should call the owner and say, hey, I'm willing to buy this thing cash. What works? And I was talking to my partner, we got to be under 300,000 on this and just see the reaction. I'm your partner. I told you it's got to be under 300,000.
Okay. All right, perfect. I will try that and I will keep you updated. So that's what I wanted to talk to you about first. I do have another home or another seller that I'm talking to, but I'm not sure if this is even worth continuing. So I wanted to get your opinion. But pretty much, well, I don't know how to explain it to you. I guess I can tell you the price because you don't have the address yet, but he has it listed for $429 and I offered him $410 just because he told me that he had, higher offers and things like that. And so I was trying to work with him, but I guess the problem I'm having is that he wants a 3% deposit, which at what I offered him, that's a little high for my budget. So I wasn't sure what you would do in that case.
All right. So wait. So it's listed for how much?
$429.
Okay.
And then
you offered 410?
Yeah, but maybe that's too high.
That's way too high.
Okay. So maybe it's not worth continuing, but either way on his ad, he did say that he doesn't want to pay any agent's commission. Obviously, I'm not an agent, but I'm sure if he found out that I was trying to wholesale, he might not be happy. So I wasn't sure if maybe I should just move on from him.
So he's upset that you're not an agent?
No, he doesn't know that I'm wholesaling. He thinks that I'm like the direct buyer. He doesn't know that I am the middleman pretty much. And I'm not sure how he would be okay with that just because he doesn't even want to work with agents. So I'm not sure.
You're thinking you're throwing yourself mentally off with this.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't matter. You're buying it with your partner. So I wouldn't get too worked up over that. Okay,
got it. So the house, I have it here. Let me see. Well, it's a 4-bedroom, 3-bath.
If it's listed for 420, you're definitely not. 410 is just too low.
Yeah, it's listed for 429.
It's too high.
Okay.
Way too high.
Okay, got it. Then I think I'll just move on just because he definitely will not budge. I mean, he said that he had already received an offer for 4 and he didn't even want that. So I'm not too worried about it. I'll definitely just move on.
Okay. And offer them lower.
I'm sorry?
Offer them lower. Why are you going to give it that easy?
Well, because even when I offered him 410, I told him I could do like a 1% deposit, and he was not. He just said no.
1% deposit?
I can, yes.
Okay.
So what I told him is I could do 1%, and I needed like a 21-day inspection period, but he turned that down.
Why?
Because he wants 3%. That's all he told me.
Yeah. Okay. I would not deal with that deal then.
Okay, sounds good. All right, and lastly, I was able to pull the water shutoff list, but the only problem I'm having, it wasn't a large list, so I think I'm just gonna go with truepeoplesearch.com. But when I'm trying to verify like the homeowner on the property appraiser, the home address is not coming up. So do you think I should just call directly from truepeoplesearch.com and just ask if they're the homeowner before verifying?
Yeah. I mean, that's the script, right? Hey, is this the owner of? Are you looking to sell it?
Okay, sounds good. Well, that's all I had for today. Thank you so much.
No worries. Have a great one.
You too.
Oh, all right. Who we got next? Yo, what is up?
What's up, man? I just got a couple questions. So on the Facebook group, I was looking at the cash buyers group we have, and every time I try to click on it, it tells me the content is not available. So I thought maybe it got privated for a bit, but I watched it go up from like 3.9K members to 4K. So I don't know if I'm doing something wrong, but it is not letting me access it.
Let's see.
That might just be me also, because I signed up for the group with my page and not my personal profile. So
yeah, I don't think it lets pages on there.
Yeah, that would be why. Because I'm assuming every time I click, that would be okay. Well, I'll join the main group on my main profile then. And then so I'm looking at this county's these probate records, and it doesn't specify. So I can filter by probate/guardianship case types, and under the party types, it gives me the trustee, the decedent, and the judge. So, and also sometimes the personal representative. So should I be contacting the trustee and personal representatives? Because typically I notice that these are both the same last name. So I'm assuming it's the family members.
It was the same last name. I think you're pulling hairs at this point. I would focus on the PR if I had to.
Okay.
But whatever one has the last name, I'd probably just focus on.
Okay, yeah, because it doesn't give me like the exact heir. So I'm assuming either just trustee or whoever looks like family, and if I need to, I can just check my skip traces and see if their names are on that like relative list, and then just call those guys. Okay, that's
yeah.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. That's all I got for now. Thank you, man.
All right, have a great one, man.
Stay safe.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. Next we got KJ. 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 I'm just not speaking loud enough today. Hello.
Oh, hello.
Hi, is it Chevelle?
Yes, it's Chevelle. How you doing, Zach?
I'm blessed. How are you? How can I help you out?
That's good. I had a couple of quick questions. The first one is, in Ohio, is it legal to do assignments, or do you have to only do double close?
Who told you it's illegal in Ohio?
I seen it not too long ago, floating around on YouTube. I'm sorry?
What's the law?
They said that someone said that you can't do assignment deals in Ohio, that you can only do a double close. That's
that?
I don't know his name. I don't know the guy's name, but it was definitely a guru.
Is he a lawyer?
He's not. No.
Then read the law.
Okay.
And if they don't give you a law, then they're lying.
Okay.
And I should be in jail right now then. I wholesale in Ohio, you know?
Oh, okay.
I still have attorneys at the title companies give me checks, so
All right, awesome. Okay, and then I have another question.
Sure.
I'm gonna be doing this part-time. I have two babies, a 2-year-old and a 10-month-old. So, so I would be basically spending most of my time pulling lists, and then I only have 2 days when my husband's off work to do my cold calling. So would you say 3 hours, 2 or 3 hours each of those days would be good? Or what do you think?
How many hours a week would that be then?
Um, well, I would be able to work Monday through Saturday, right? And then let's just say like on Thursday and Friday when my husband's off of work, I will be able to do
How
my
many
cold
hours a week?
calling. Maybe 10, no, maybe like 10 or 15 hours a week.
You can make it work.
Okay.
Where are you living right now?
Okay. I'm in New York City.
Okay, then you do virtual. 10 to 15 works.
10 to 15. Okay.
Yeah, I think you make it
Okay.
work.
Okay. All right. Perfect. Well, thank you so much, Zach, for everything that you and your dad are doing. This
I
channel has
appreciate it.
been super, super helpful.
I've read literally every law in every state about wholesaling, and what I can tell you is I know what the gurus say about Ohio. What
Hmm.
they say about Ohio is all about intention to a point, but there's no law stating against it, right?
Okay.
And that's where I get wrong. So if you do wholesaling the right way, you're fine.
Hmm.
If you do everything I
Okay.
say at wholesaling.com, you're fine. Now, there's a specific law I could tell you about it. There's nothing in Ohio,
Okay.
so you're
Yeah,
fine.
that's okay. Yeah, I just wanted to just double check. I said if somebody knows, I'm sure you know.
Yeah, I have friends that are wholesalers in Ohio that are also lawyers. They're still
Oh
actively
wow.
practicing law and wholesale. It's just
Okay.
these gurus drive me crazy. But yeah, I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you, Zach. Have a
Have a
good
good one.
day.
You too. Guys, your gurus are gonna do anything for clicks. All their channels are dying. You know, they broke, we up. That's just the goal, you know? And unfortunately, these broke gurus, they're struggling so much in their channels. They try to make these little clickbaits. Oh, wholesaling is illegal in Ohio. You know, this one person made an article saying wholesaling was bad. They're not creative. They don't have, these gurus have not had one creative thought in their entire life. And so they see that and they're like, ooh, I can make a video on it. You know, I'll get 4 views off of it. Like, oh my gosh, these gurus drive me crazy. But you can't stop the broker is going to be broke, you know? You can't stop them. Guru's got a guru. Alonzo, you're muted, bro. You're muted.
Oh, what's good? What's good,
There we
man?
go.
How you doing?
What's up, man?
You can hear me? All right, for sure.
Yeah.
All right, maybe you can help me out with this. I'm sure you can. I just need help pulling. Oh damn, what are they called? Oh, I'm trying to pull cold violations in St. Louis or St. Louis, Missouri. I try to go online. I try to go like on their what would that be, like the county website, right?
Yeah.
And I was looking through it, but I know you're a lot better at navigating through it. I did what I could, but I'm just hoping maybe you can lead me in the right steps, and then I'm sure I'll figure it out.
Yeah, no worries.
Once, I appreciate it, brother.
All right, let's go. Okay, so I think St. Louis, Missouri, their county's called St. Louis County. I'm not sure though. So let's just search it together. I literally have no idea. So St. Louis County Code Enforcement. What pops up is St. Louis County, Missouri.
Right.
Code and ordinances. So here's a phone number right here.
Okay.
So I'd probably call them.
Right.
And code enforcement fee schedule, building code, blah, 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 blah. Search for codes. La, 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 la. Parentheses of petitioner names. Let's see. These are ordinances. Citizens Permitting Patrol. Is this it? Hold up. I have no idea. I'm just trying to find this.
Right.
These are applications. So that's going to be a no, bro. All right. Honestly, I'm just gonna call and ask
You would call and ask.
because I'm lazy. Right here, there's the phone number. You see it?
Yeah. So
Yeah,
pull that.
that's how I go.
Okay, and then
You got a screenshot of it written down?
yeah, I got it.
All right, perfect.
And then one more thing. I'm trying to do so I'm trying to do like for the sake of others, because coming into it, I did a lot of analysis paralysis, like most people do, for like the last 8 months, I'd say. And I jumped on the phone last week. That was pretty good. But what I'm trying to do now is I'm still working on closing my first deal. What I want to do though is start a series on TikTok, because I got like a all right following. And it originally started with my trucking company, and that's kind of how I blew up. Like, I didn't ever expect for people to want to see stuff like that. So I was like, basically want to inspire others that are just like you, like, you know, like just show the trial and errors, and then trying to succeed basically. But what I'm trying to get at is, what would be your best way? But like, that's why I'm stuck on code violations and things like that, because I'm trying to get a deal in under 30 days. And then just basically for the sake of others, to show others like you're doing to us, like, oh, you know, anybody can do it. You just put the work in and inspire others in a sense, you know.
How many followers on TikTok do you have?
75,000.
That's not bad. I mean, you can do it on TikTok if you want, but honestly, that's just what I think. I didn't do a YouTube channel until I was a millionaire.
Right.
So like I've said, when I was stage 2, all I thought about was wholesaling. I didn't think about doing a YouTube channel. I didn't think of any of that stuff, right? I only gave back when I had enough money where I didn't have to worry about money again. So every ounce of energy I spent was towards wholesaling, not towards something else outside of it. You can do it as a hobby if you want, as long as it doesn't take away from your wholesaling. But that's hashtag wholesaling real estate, make a video. But like, it's up to you.
Okay, yeah, no, because like, I'm not trying to be like a guru or anything like that. My sense of it is just like show people, because I guess once you see someone who's already been successful in it, it's a lot harder to comprehend. Like, man, like, I guess the trials and the errors, you know, you went through, but seeing someone from the ground up, it's a lot. I guess it gives you a little bit more sense of belief in yourself. Like, oh, okay, like he messed up here or he did this, you know, like I just basically almost making like a clown of myself, showing my errors and then showing like, oh, I can't figure it out. I closed my first deal, like, and then we go on from there, you know. But sure, I get what you're saying. I guess
Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Steve Jobs, they didn't really make videos or document or write books or diaries when they were struggling. They did it, became successful, and then they did it, right? So you got to remember that too.
Right.
Grant Cardone wasn't doing a vlog when he was starting out. Gary Vee didn't do a vlog when he was starting out. They all were millionaires before they started doing it, because they cared more about making the money than sharing it online. So that's just how I personally am. But yeah, you can do it.
Okay.
I personally would not do it. I'd personally just spend that energy cold calling. But if you want, you can do it. I mean, you got a nice following there, so try it out.
Well, sure. I appreciate you answering my questions, but I'll definitely be on here next week, or sometime this week. But I appreciate you taking the time, and I appreciate what you do for all of us in the community.
Keep it up, bro.
Awesome, brother. Thank you.
Thanks. Yeah, y'all can do your own social media thing. I'll tell you straight up, it is not worth it for most people. And if you're gonna do it the way I did it, you would have to be completely mental like me. Like, I am a completely crazy person. Like, I give up tens of millions of dollars just to give it out for free, where I could literally have a link to a course and you guys can buy it. I don't do that. Okay. I could make tens of millions of dollars doing it. I choose not to, because I'm an absolutely crazy person. I just want to give it out for free. And I think of the big picture, not the $10 million. I'm not going to sell myself out for 10 million. Okay. And then no one in wholesaling can come better or make money, right? I don't look at it that way. I don't want to be that guy that does that. I don't sell my soul out just to make $10 million. It's my word and my reputation is worth way more than $10 million. Okay. And I think a lot of people get really confused off of that. If you're willing to give free information out without being a guru, there's only one person that's ever done that. It's me and Rick. 2 people. Okay. Your focus needs to be on wholesaling. What I do as a charity, guys, I work 10 hours a week, so I have enough time to do this. All right. And I was only able to do as many videos and content because I'm the only person doing it. So I can't stop. There's too many people that rely on me to help everyone out for free. Every single, even the guys that are quote unquote free, they have a course link out there. All right. Okay. They all have courses out there. Okay. Let me look at my phone. All right. Let's look it up. Let's see if this is still up. Even the one guy, there's one guy that said, "Oh, this guy's free." I'm popping up a website right now. They all got courses. They all got their little courses on there, and they all sold courses. So honestly, what I can tell you is focus on wholesaling. Don't be doing these little videos. Okay. And it drives me crazy. So Brian, I'd love to answer your comment, but I'm not going to reply to that comment. All right. Those people don't even exist in my universe. If you sell a course, you don't exist. Okay. You don't even exist in my purview in wholesaling. All right. I don't care about a guru that sells a course. Okay. Or has like a $15,000 mastermind. I ain't answering questions about that, Brian. Okay. I don't care. But yeah, guys, I'm just telling you guys, focus on wholesaling. Don't focus on making content. Okay. That will not help you out. Okay. Become a millionaire first, then you can focus if you want. But if you are a guru, I will destroy you. And your social media following is going to suck because you're going to be a stupid guru. And once you start saying things for guru things, it's going to be terrible. So yeah. I wish I could tell you there's one guy that does it all for free besides me and Rick, but there's not, because the dark side always gets a hold of them. I don't know why. All right. So yeah, I ain't teaching you guys wholesaling so y'all be gurus. All right. Don't join the dark side. I don't want to have a Darth Vader. All right. Milton, the only way you hop on the thing is you got to be in the mastermind. So you just go to Wholesaling Us for real. It's free. And then boom. That's it. So let's answer some questions really quick. Let's see here. That's it. Focus on wholesaling. All right. Like, if you're not a millionaire in wholesaling real estate, why are you wasting your time doing a channel that's going to make you $0? All right. Even if you're going to make money on YouTube, let's say you're going to make $1,000 a month in YouTube ad revenue, it would take you a solid 2.5 to 3 years working 20 hours a week to do that. Offer $12K? Come on. Come on. Kidding me? Oh my gosh. Natasha's got a good question. How do I choose a market to wholesale virtually? In my personal opinion, the best way to choose a market, if the ARV is below, the average ARV for the market is below 250 to 300,000 for a single family house. And if the city's population is over $40,000, that's going to be a recipe for a really good wholesaling market for virtual. Honestly, I haven't seen anything else outside of that, but that's really where we're going to see if you want to find a good virtual wholesaling market. Let's see here. Kansas City, Missouri is not a bad market. I don't think it's a bad market at all. There's no big deal on it. It's a little competitive, but there's plenty of deals you can do there. So yeah, I think it's a good market. You can be a millionaire by saving money. I'd rather you invest it and run a business. I think a lot of people get confused. You'll make more money become a millionaire by creating a business than by saving money, though. Hands down. And if you have a business you don't have to work in, makes it a lot easier. Seth, this is the honest truth. When someone tells me something's illegal, I'll say, tell me the law. Oh, I don't know the law. But they said, okay, I said the Dolphins are the greatest football team, and you have found out pretty much through week 3 up to 4 right now, the Dolphins are the greatest football team in the league right now. We're 3-0, baby, all right? Like, y'all see it right there. We're the best football team. I've told you this, and now you know through facts that they are the greatest football team. We're 3-0, baby. Undefeated. Back to 72, baby, right? Right? Like, I tell you, who's the greatest football team and why? Because we're 3-0. Y'all already know this, okay? I have evidence to support my claim. And then if we start losing, then I will not have evidence. But as of today, I can still tell you that by facts and records, we are the best. So y'all can't beat that, all right? Y'all can't beat that. honestly, guys, if you saw a live stream of me watching that football game on Sunday, I think a lot of you guys would unsubscribe from me. You would see me, you'd see a grown man screaming at his TV. All right. And then pulling literally his hair out like, oh my gosh. Don't even get me started on a butt punt. Jason, listening to Zach got me my first deal in Delaware for $30 stinking $1,000 closing this Friday. So listen to what this man has to say. Best part is he doing it for free. Guys, I do it for Jason. All right. I do it for everybody. Like, I'm doing it for Jason right here. You know, he didn't know, he learned wholesaling for free. And this gave him $30,000. I love helping the people out. This is why no dang hurricane can stop me teaching you guys wholesaling for free. It can't. Because the power of what I'm doing is helping people change their entire lives, their family's life, the trajectory of their life. There's nothing you're going to do to stop me from helping the people out. There's nothing. Man, I love seeing that. Great job, Jason. Woo! Boom. I love that. Oh my. That's a good one. I like that one. Then Jason's got a quick tip he found. Find the buyer's list first, makes it easier. And I do want to announce I am doing a live with Rick tomorrow, weather permitting. I think we should be fine. This is something Jason has, and this is pretty cool. I think Jason's going to appreciate this. And if Jason wants to add some comments to this tomorrow, I'd love it. But we have been finding a lot more that wholesaling, reverse wholesaling is working good for a lot of people. And what I'm going to do tomorrow is I'm actually going to do my free complete. I'm making a mini course tomorrow for you guys. Literally, I'm going live. Everything in this brain and Rick's brain on reverse wholesaling is all going to be put out for everyone. We're going to do a complete reverse wholesaling step-by-step guide for wholesaling real estate tomorrow. So any guru that does a stupid little live and tries to say that they didn't, no, okay? It's tomorrow. Our complete reverse wholesaling real estate wholesaling guide is going to be out tomorrow. Well, we're going to go live on it. We're going to share it. Ooh. Hopefully tomorrow. I'm looking out the window. Looking a little dicey out there, but jeez. Oh gosh, I don't know how I'm gonna get home today. Woo! All right, it's getting a little dicey out there, but we're gonna do it tomorrow, and yeah, nothing's gonna stop me on this. So, guys, that's what we're doing tomorrow, and I like seeing it. But yeah, congrats to Jason. We're gonna talk about reverse wholesaling tomorrow. That's gonna be really cool. Apollo says, thoughts on Broward County? I'm from there or virtual. I would go virtual if I'm in Broward. I would do 50-50. I would try half Broward, half virtual. That's probably what I'm going to say. I'd probably try half of it. That's honestly what I'd say. 50-50. Quick tip for you. Deerfield Beach is probably going to be your best area for wholesaling in Broward. Let's see. You can do pre-foreclosures, Tanisha. One thing I'll tell you is you got to market it the right way. So don't cold call the pre-foreclosure. I would do reverse rank for dollars on it, or I would text that list. That is probably going to be your best bet for doing pre-foreclosures for wholesaling. That's going to be the best marketing tactic for it. Let's see here. But yeah, congrats. We'll be there. Love to see it. Lincoln and Ohio, Lincoln and Omaha are actually really good markets. So the state of Nebraska is good. Other than Lincoln or Omaha, I'm going to say no. You want there to be some cash buyers, and those are really the two places where the cash buyers are in Nebraska. So cash buyers will be really important, especially during this market cycle. So I'm going to focus towards that. So yeah, I would stick to Lincoln and Omaha currently for it. Yeah. That's pretty much it, guys. So that was my free real estate wholesaling guide today on how I went from broke to millionaire. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys saw through my rants of how important it is to be consistent, take action, and stick to your gut and just go after it, right? Hopefully I motivated you a little today, and hopefully I made you a better wholesaler. And if I did, please hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Go to my free real estate wholesaling course. Just go to freewholesaling.com. That's where I teach real estate wholesaling absolutely for free. Me and Rick are going to be here tomorrow. No dang hurricane ain't going to stop me. Hurricane ain't going to stop me. The gurus ain't going to stop me. I can't not be stopped. I'm going to give as much real estate wholesaling information out for free as humanly possible. And I'm going to change everyone's life and hopefully make as many millionaires as possible with the power of wholesaling real estate. That is my passion. That is what I'm going to do. And that is what I am 100% committed, laser focused, tunnel visioned on. And hey, if I can flex on a couple gurus, that ain't going to be bad either. All right. So I appreciate you guys. Make sure if you're in Florida, stay safe for the hurricane. Remember, it's not guaranteed I have a live tomorrow, but I'll have it scheduled out. And I hate to say it, but there's going to be a 90% chance we're going to be live. I would say 10% chance power's out, but it's always dicey out there. But I think by Friday I should do live. And guys, just remember, if I can't do a live tomorrow, I'll probably do a live Saturday. But yeah, no matter what, I'm going to do my absolute best. And if there's no live tomorrow, there will be a video scheduled out, obviously. So I appreciate it. So make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe. Go to freewholesaling.com. Here's the freewholesaling.com video, and I'll see you guys soon. Have a blessed one. Hey guys, Zach Ginn here from Flip with Rick. And after helping tens of thousands of people get started in wholesaling real estate and helping so many people out go from $0 to $100,000 in wholesaling real estate, I'm super excited to announce my new wholesaling mastery course. This wholesaling mastery course will have everything step by step on the whole entire wholesaling processes. I'm going to give you real deal examples. I'm going to hold your hand throughout the whole wholesaling process. This course will give you everything you need to know to make up to $100,000 to over $1 million per year in wholesaling real estate profits. Most real estate gurus out there will charge you around $5,000 for a course like this. But today, if you click on the link, you'll get my wholesaling mastery course for the low price of
sellout.
What?
What are you doing? What are you doing?
What do you mean?
I knew you would do this. I knew you were going to go the course route with the guru. It goes against everything we've preached from day one. Don't be a sellout.
The course is free.
What?
The course is free. I'm giving it for free.
Oh, I apologize. Carry on.
Jeez, okay. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, duh. Do you think I'm going to go sell out as like a regular guru selling you a course? I'm not trying to make money off of you guys. Guys, over here, all you got to do is click there to just sign up. No gimmicks, nothing. Absolutely for free. It's a free wholesaling course. Literally, I've seen every single wholesaling course. I have access to all the 10,000 mentorships. Guys, I literally copied them step by step. I literally have an entire course set out just for you for wholesaling real estate. Click on that and let's